Hello friends, today we are going to study about relationship between electric field and electric potential. In last lecture we have seen that what is electric potential. It is somewhat different from electric potential energy. When we consider electric potential, at that point of time we move unit positive charge from infinity to a specific point. The amount of energy required to move the unit positive charge. In the case of electric potential energy, we are using normal charge over here. But whenever we are saying that electric potential energy at that point of time, we have unit positive charge over there. The amount of energy required to move the unit positive charge from infinity to that point will be called it as electric potential. And what is the unit for electric potential? Yeah, correct. That is volt. And in 11th class, we have seen what is electric field. If we have a charge, then around it or the vicinity of that charge will be there. If we take some another charge inside the vicinity of the first charge, supposed to be Q, then there will be force of repulsion or attraction on that due to electric field. We know that the formula for electric field is E is equal to F upon Q, which we have studied in which we have studied in 11th class. Yes. So in today's lecture, we have to find a relationship between electric field and electric potential. Now you know both the things. Okay. When we see this thing over here, for this derivation, this diagram is very, very important. So please concentrate on this diagram. This diagram will be used for second derivation also. Therefore, you should understand this diagram. And when we see this diagram over here, we have a plus Q charge at point O. We have plus Q charge at point O. Then we have to find what will be the potential at point A. For that, what we have to do, we have to move the charge from point M to A. If we do the work done to move a charge from point M to A, this work done will be get stored in the form of potential energy, and that will be called it as potential energy. Now over here, the important thing is, now here will be plus Q charge, but this is unit charge. This is unit charge. Up till now, we are using only the word charge. Here we have unit charge. What is the difference between normal charge and a unit charge? Normal charge can have any type of magnitude. It can be 10, it can be 15, it can be 7. But whenever we say that there is a unit positive charge, then that charge is positive as well as its magnitude will be 1. Its magnitude will be 1. Now, the charge is at point M. There will be an electric field acting at point M due to plus Q charge, and that will be in outward direction. The electric field at point M due to plus charge Q is acted outward direction, which is represented by E bar. The distance between the point A to O is treated as small r. The distance is small r. This distance is small r. Then when we see the distance between M and point O is represented as x. That distance will be treated as x. Now you understood this diagram. This is very, very important. We have charge at point O plus Q charge. We have another unit positive charge at point M. The electric field acting on this charge is in outward direction along OM, and over here we have a unit positive charge. That is very, very important. Electric field is in outward direction. And what will be the change in potential when we displace it from M to N? That displacement will be treated as X. Now we will see the PPT for this relationship. Now we know the formula of electric field, that is, the formula for electric field is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. And when we see about electric field, the formula will be 1 upon 4 pi naught epsilon naught Q upon R square. What is the basic difference between these two things? In first we have Q upon R, in second we have Q upon R square. Now we will see the slideshow. Relationship between electric field and electric potential. Then the detailed explanation for this will be like this. See this diagram, I explain you this diagram. Plus Q charge at point O, positive unit charge at point M. The electric field on this positive unit charge at M is acted outward direction along OM, which is represented by E bar. Distance between O to A is small r. Distance between M to O is X, and small displacement between M to N is represented as dx. Now, the proper explanation of this diagram will be, you can write this explanation in your words also in examination. Consider the electric field produced by a charge plus Q kept at point O. Let us calculate the work done to move a unit positive charge from point M to point N, which is at small distance, which is dx. Mn is dx. Now, the direction of electric field at M is along OM bar. Thus, the force acting on the unit positive charge is along OM bar. Exactly correct. Electric field and force will be in same direction, which will be along OM. Now, can you tell me what is work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement. Now, the force is due to electric field and force into displacement, F into X. But here the displacement is very, very small because we are moving the charge from point M to N and displacement is dx. Therefore, the formula for the work done is F dx. But you can see that force is in outward direction, but displacement is in opposite direction to the force. Therefore, there will be a negative sign. Whenever there is opposite direction, that is represented by a negative sign in physics. This will be minus F bar minus F dx is equal to minus E dx. The negative sign indicates that we are moving the charge against the force acting on it. As it is the work done on a unit positive charge. I told you that the charge is unit positive charge. Now, since it is a unit positive charge, now work done will be not electric potential energy. It will be electric potential. Therefore, work as electric potential because we have unit positive charge. dW can be written as dV. Therefore, we know the value. This will be dV is equal to minus E dx. If we transpose this dx to left hand side and this minus sign, E is equal to minus dV by dx. By this, what can we say? The electric field at point in an electric field is the negative of the potential gradient of the point. By this, you should understand that what is gradient? Anything which changes with respect to displacement, that will be called it as gradient. Over here, potential is changing with respect to distance. Therefore, we can say that it is potential gradient. And negative sign is because there is change in potential with respect to electric field. E is equal to minus dV by dx, where dV by dx is change in potential with respect to displacement, which is also called it as potential gradient. Now, we can say that the relationship between electric field and electric potential can be represented by E is equal to minus dV by dx. Now, we have to discuss about zero potential. Now, what is the zero potential? The nature of potential is such that its 0 point is arbitrary. This does not mean that the choice of 0 point is insignificant. In simplest word, if we have to explain the zero potential, you should know a point from which we can refer the other points. अगर हमारे पास एक कार्टेशियन कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम है, जैसे ग्राफ है, और हमें किसी पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस फाइंड करना है, तो हम क्या लेते हैं? वी टेक अ ओरिजिन, वी टेक अ रेफरेंस पॉइंट, एंड दैट रेफरेंस पॉइंट इज टेकन एज ओरिजिन, and that origin will be having 0 0 coordinates. Just like that, उसी की तरह जब हम इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में होते हैं और हमें कोई रेफरेंस पॉइंट लेना है, तो दैट रेफरेंस पॉइंट इज टेकन एज जीरो पोटेंशियल. हम उसे क्या लेते हैं? जीरो पोटेंशियल. अगर हमारे पास एक सिस्टम ऑफ चार्ज होगा, तब जीरो पोटेंशियल कहां पे होगा? Correct? That will be at infinity. If we have system of charges, then zero potential will be at infinity. If suppose we have electrical circuit, then where will be the zero potential? Correct. That will be earth. If we have electrical circuits, then zero potential will be treated as earth. Earthing. Once the 0 point of the potential is set, then every potential is measured with respect to that reference, and the zero potential is set convenient. Now, electric potential due to a charge, a dipole, and a system. But today we will discuss only the electric potential due to a point charge. Previously, in last lecture, we have derived what will be the expression for electric potential energy. Now, over here, we have to find electric potential due to a point charge today. And in next lectures, we will see the electric potential due to a dipole and a system of charges. This derivation is very, very important according to board examination. Therefore, you have to concentrate over here. We have the same diagram, and for that we have the explanation which I explained you earlier. We have the same diagram for this derivation. A point charge plus Q located at point O, we need to determine its potential at point A at the distance r from it. See the diagram? I told you, explain this diagram earlier. Once again, see, at O we have plus Q charge. We have a unit positive charge at point M. The electric field acting at point M is in outward direction along OM. The small displacement from M to N is represented by dx bar. The distance from O to M is treated as x. Electric potential due to the point charge. This is the diagram which I explained you earlier. Over here, what will we do? First of all, we will find what will be the work done or change in electric potential when we move the unit positive charge from point M to N. When we get the change in electric potential for a small displacement dx, then we will find the total change in electric potential. and that will be from M to A. And for that, what we do? We integrate it, which we did in previous derivations. We will find the electric potential, change in electric potential for small displacement dx, and for finding the whole displacement, which is from M to A, for that we have to integrate it. See this, the explanation. Let M be the intermediate point on this path where OM is equal to x. The electrostatic force on a unit positive charge at M is of magnitude. Then, this is the force according to which formula or which law? That is Coulomb's law. What is the definition of Coulomb's law? The electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion between any two charges is directly proportional to product of magnitude of the charges and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. But over here we are using electric potential. Then we have a unit positive charge, and what will be the magnitude of unit positive charge? Correct, that will be 1. Then there should be Q into Q, Q1 into Q2. But what is the value of Q? That is Q1 is equal to Q and Q2 is equal to 1. Therefore, we have a formula 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon x square. It is directed away from O along OM for infinitesimal displacement dx from M to N. The amount of work done is given by, now we know that the work done will be force into displacement, then dW is equal to minus F dx, since the force is in this direction and displacement is opposite to it. Therefore, there will be a negative sign. The negative sign appears as the displacement is directed opposite to that of the force. Total work done in displacing the unit positive charge from infinity to point A is given by. Now see, previously we are seeing that electric potential energy, over there we are moving the charge from infinity to a point. Over here, now we have to find the unit positive charge from infinity to a specific point. And that specific point is A. Now this M will be treated as infinity. And if a charge is at infinity, the electric potential will be 0. Because now we have studied that. What is 0 potential? At infinity, potential is always 0. Therefore, that point is called it as 0 potential. Now we have to find the total work done to move a charge, unit positive charge from infinity, that will be treated as point M now, and to point A. What is the distance between O and A? That is R, which we have seen in the previous diagram. Now, since we are finding the total work done to move a unit positive charge, we have to use integration. Integration runs from infinity to R minus F dx, because we are bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to a point A, is equal to integration runs from infinity to R 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon x square dx. Now we know that we always write constant outside the integration. We always write constant outside the integration. All the constant term will come outwards. And what are the constant terms? Q, magnitude of the charge will remain constant. 4 pi is constant. And permittivity for free space is also constant. This all terms will come outwards. Now we have the integration runs from infinity to R, x raised to minus 2 dx. 1 upon x square can also be written as x raised to minus 2 dx. And I told you that what is the integration of 1 upon x square dx? That is minus 1 upon x. Exactly. This is the formula of integration, which you will study in mathematics. Minus q upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus 1 upon r. This minus and this outside minus will get cancelled. Minus into minus is plus. Now we will operate the limits. Now what is the integration? 1 upon r. But here we have limits. Now we have to operate the limits on this one. Then instead of r, first of all, we will put 1 upon r minus 1 upon infinity, because integration runs from infinity to r. Therefore, we will write 1 upon r minus 1 upon infinity. But tell me, what is 1 upon infinity? Yeah, that is 0. Therefore, q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon r. This will be equation number 12. By definition, this is the electrostatic potential at point A due to the charge q. This is the electric potential which we have to derive at point A. And for that, what we did, the work done required to move a unit positive charge from infinity to that point is A. The distance from A to origin O is R. And this work done will get stored in the form of electric potential. Therefore, V is equal to W Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. A positively charged particle produces a positive electric potential and a negatively charged particle produces a negative electric potential. See over here, if we have a positive charge at point O, we have a positive Q charge. Instead of that, if we have a negative charge, Q charge, then electric potential will be negative. But remember that at point O, the charge can be positive or charge can be negative. But at point infinity, there should be, according to the definition, the charge should be unit positive charge. At infinity, R is equal to infinity, V is equal to Q upon infinity, and you know that anything upon infinity is equal to 0. Then we can say that at infinity, electric potential is 0. Therefore, that can also be called it as 0 potential. This shows that electrostatics potential is 0 at infinity. Equation above equation or 13 shows that for any point at a distance r from the point q, the value of v is same and is independent of the direction of r. It is independent of the direction and it is uniform, means constant at distance r from that charge. Then it will form a circular part because we have a charge. The distance r, if we find the locus of it, there will be a circle. It will remain same at distance. If we have a charge q and we take over here electric potential, if we find at distance r over here, over here, over here, all the points which are equidistant, which is r, अगर ये चार्ज है हमारे पास और सबका डिस्टेंस इक्वल है r है और उन सब पॉइंट्स का अगर हम कलेक्शन करेंगे तो वहां पे जो इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल होगा वो सेम होगा. Hence, electrostatic potential due to a single charge is spherical symmetry. It forms a spherical symmetry. Now we will see a graph which is representing change in electric field and electric potential with respect to distance r. Distance r is, one is the charge that can be positive or negative, but the second charge should be unit positive charge according to the definition of electric potential. Then if we change this distance between them, this r from A to O, the distance was r. If we change this distance, अगर हम ये distance change करेंगे तो electric field को क्या होगा और electric potential को क्या होगा, that we have to find. Then as distance goes on increasing, electric field goes on decreasing. Same thing happens with electric potential. As distance goes on increasing, electric potential also decreases. According to the formula which we have seen, what is the formula for electric field? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r for unit positive charge, r square, q upon r square for electric field. And if we have electric potential, that will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r. In this, we have 1 upon r square. Over here, we have 1 upon r. By this, what can we say? We can say that above figure shows how electric potential V is inversely proportional to R and electric field is inversely proportional to R square, vary with R, the distance from the charge. Why this is inversely proportional? As distance increases, potential decreases. Therefore, it is inversely proportional to R according to the formula because all other terms are positive. When we see about electric field, same thing happen. As distance is increasing, electric field is decreasing. We can say that they are inversely proportional to each other. If they are inversely proportional to each other, then, but here it is not inversely proportional to only R. Electric field is inversely proportional to R square. Today we have discussed about the relationship between electric field and electric potential. Then we have seen what is zero potential, and now we have seen electric potential due to a point charge. In next lecture we will see the electric potential due to a dipole. Thank you.